To be honest, it does smell a bit like piss.
There you go.
Where are these from? These prawns. Good morning. Sort of getting into these vlogs now, and today is going to be no different. Still have no plan, but I need to go to the Minge shop. My mum is going to be back, and we're going to be cooking for her tomorrow. My sister sort of likes cooking. I need to go and buy some Minge meat, so I'm going to go into Beckenham. It's one of the safer parts. This is actually sort of the posh part of Kent. Lots of cyclists and not a lot of murderers. Although there was a stabbing on train not too long ago, which was quite unfortunate. I don't think anyone's going to want to take on Mr. Velvet, because all I have to do is wrap the Johnson around the neck and give it a quick pull. I now realise, though, that it's going to take a bit of time to get this YouTube channel up and running. I've only been posting videos on here for about 10 days, and I have almost 1,000 subscribers. You know, it took me about 3 months to get 1,000 subscribers on TikTok. It's really a case of just sticking with it and continue posting. Yeah, don't even worry about the views, don't worry about the comments, this, that, and the other. Just carry on posting, and eventually it will take off. The key to success on social media is really all about consistency. You just need to keep pumping out content. If some people like it, great. If other people don't, then just don't worry about it. Just carry on uploading videos, and eventually your channel will take off. I have to say, I am looking forward to getting my TikTok channel back, though, because there have been times where I've just been like, I've got a few ideas, I want to post videos, but the problem is I have to sort of turn the camera that way, and it's just a bit of a pain. Look at the fit check today. We've got shoes, trousers, and a jumper. I believe the Minge shop is about a 10-minute walk down onto the Beckenham High Street. There's lots of sort of yummy mummies round here. They're all pushing their Waitrose shopping carts, and they've all got posh dogs as well. Not a single staffy in sight. They've got sort of labradoodles, so you can tell they're posh. Anyway, we're going to take a quick detour through this park area over here. Oh, look, we got a squirrel. Can you see that? Is he a friendly squirrel? Hello. I don't want to catch rabies. Come here. I'll come back. You're a friendly fellow, aren't you? Hello, look. Right, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the co-op there. I'm going to buy my squirrely friend some nuts. Hopefully he's still there when I get back. I don't want to give him the sort of spicy wasabi nuts. That'll probably sting its ring. Nuts secured. Right, let's see if that little fuck is still hanging around. That's quite a big bag of peanuts. Oh, here he is. Look, he's still here. I'm going to call you... squirrely thing. I did see another squirrel over that side as well, so I've got enough nuts to feed the entire squirrel population of Beckenham. Oh no! Little fucker beep the horn. You don't get that on David Attenborough's show, do you? You got a bloody horn in the background. It's an old lady as well. Women drivers. Ruined my film. These are salted peanuts. I don't know if that's going to be a problem. I should check ChatGPT really. Will salted peanuts kill a squirrel? Actually, if he bites me, I'm screwed. There you go. Very cute. Right, he's had his breakfast. They're literally everywhere you go in Beckenham. There's another one down there. It's about, what time is it now? 11 o'clock in the morning. It's too early to have a drink, but I think I'm going to try and find a Zzz's. I want to have my casarici polapagante. And I need to buy these prawns, but I should probably buy the prawns afterwards so I'm not walking around smelling of piss flaps. And there is a famous shop here which should be dedicated to Jonny Velvet. It's called the Sausage Shop, quite literally, and they do some of the best sausages here. Different shapes, different sizes. And look, they also do the sort of thin chipolatery one. But yeah, I think if I was a sausage, I would probably be a spicy Sicilian, because they are probably, well, they're the biggest. They should name it after me and call it the Schlongus Maximus. There is no sign of the Mingemongers as yet, though, so we're still on a mission to get these prawns, the expensive ones, from the coral reefs of North Sentinel Island. I don't even care what they are, I just want the most expensive. Right, I found it. Pearl Fisheries is here, but there's a... Ah, no. It's the entrance. Let's see if I can...
Not, but we have had.
Hello, I'd just like some prawns, if possible, please. So there's 4 of us, so maybe 15 prawns or something. Is that okay? Are they British prawns?
No.
Prawns live in England? Can you get prawns in? I don't know. What time do you close here?
3 o'clock.
3. Can I leave them with you and then pick them up on the way back, so I'm not carrying them around?
Your fault.
I definitely won't forget them.
A lot of people say.
If I forget them, you can have them then. How about that?
Okay, go deals.
That's great. Thank you very much. Right, I'll see you later on. Nice selection. I don't know how they can work in there though. It literally is like being inside Bonnie Blue's uterus the whole time. I mean, you know, you must get sort of immune to it after a while, but the initial smell of fanny is actually quite overpowering. I think, to be honest, the novelty of feeding these squirrels is now wearing off, because I'm carrying a big bag of peanuts around with me, and it's actually quite annoying. I'd give them away. I don't know if homeless people like peanuts. It's quite a posh food, isn't it? I'm going to see if the local Romanian big issue seller over here would like my peanuts. I've got Nando's here, but also I've got Greg's over there. I had Nando's yesterday, so today I'm going to have a Greg's instead. This has been a long time since I've had a Greg's. The problem whenever I have a Greg's, like a sausage roll, you just spend all day sort of having to dust off the puff pastry flakes from every orifice. Right, there's actually a fire alarm here. They might have burnt baguette or something. That's why everyone's waiting outside. I'm going to wait though, because I want one of those sausage roll thingies. It's a bit worrying when you have a fire alarm in Greg's. My cheese and onion pasty is going to come out like charcoal. Right, we're in. I can only see the vegan sausage rolls, which we don't want one of those. I need an alpha male sausage roll. Do you have any normal sausage rolls?
No, I'm so sorry. We start up in Friday.
Really? Okay. All right. Can I just have a chicken bake, please? Yeah. All right. No worries. Hold off. This is the problem with Greg's. Look at the floor, it's just covered. Anyway, this is my chicken bake in here. Yeah, I'm dribbling everywhere already. Your donkey is sleeping. You don't have a donkey, do you?
No, I have a dog.
A dog. Right, the next plan is I need to find a hairdresser, because, to be honest, I'm sick of having to wear hats all the time. So I've just tried there. That was an eco-friendly hairdresser, so that sort of put me off, actually. So I don't want a sort of battery-powered hairdryer or anything like that. I don't want them to dry my head with a hemp towel. I want to do as much damage to the planet as possible with my haircut. Bag of Minge has been secured. I mean, look at it. It's just nasty. Do you know what that reminds me of? Bag with the sort of heavy bit at the bottom. So my dad was staying at the Anecdotes, a very posh hotel. Anyway, had a really long flight, and he didn't have the opportunity to use the toilet before he arrived at the hotel. So by the time he arrived, he was absolutely ready to explode. Anyway, the first place he went was straight to the toilet, and he blocked the fucking thing. And he was sat on the toilet, sort of quite nervous. He goes, right, we're gonna have to call reception, because it's just not going down. It was just like a sort of fucking yo-yo. The log kept coming back up. Anyway, they had this young new receptionist at the door who came in wearing a pair of marigolds, and she had a small sort of 7-Eleven bag that looked a bit like that in her hand. Anyway, she went into the toilet. My poor mum was on the bed looking, thinking, dearie me, Philip, what on earth have you done here? Anyway, about 10 minutes you could hear lots of sort of banging and clacking. Eventually she appeared out the toilet, very sort of young lady, and she was holding a bag like that, and my mum went, Philip, you are a dirty beast. It was the most embarrassing thing. And she said, oh, thank you, I've got it. Absolute beast. I am kind of screwed now though, because I can't even stop at the pub, because I'm not being funny. I'm not going to sit there sat next to a bag of sort of defrosting prawns next to me. I think I've just got to head home now. Beckenham High Street there's really not that much going on here, to be honest. It's a fairly quiet high street. Lots of charity shops, lots of Turkish barbers, but apart from that, yeah, it's pretty much it. Where's he going? Come here. I don't know if the squirrels are going to like the prawns or the peanuts. Right, all I need now is a bottle of White Lightning. Look, I'm at the park bench here, but this product is made entirely from Bag for Life and other recycled waste. Let's go and sit down on it then. Oh, it's a bit hard. A nice, relaxing Saturday afternoon surrounded by fag butts. To be honest, it does smell a bit like piss. This is probably the local tramps' toilets. It smells a little bit musty. Can't see any skid marks though, which is positive. It does make me laugh when I see these comments on my backup TikTok account where people say, oh, Tom Birchie's won. What has he won exactly? Can someone please tell me, because I'm struggling to understand. If me getting my account temporarily suspended is a win for him, then let's just put this in some context, shall we? So I sued him for spreading lies about me on the internet, which it now pretty much has turned out to be a demonstrable fact that he was lying, because obviously you don't run away to other countries if you're telling the truth. I mean, it would have been easy, of course, for him to stay in Thailand and defend the case, and you know, he had all those expensive lawyers, which weren't very expensive as far as I'm concerned, because they didn't really have to do anything, because he never turned up to any of the cases. I went to Singapore, I sued him there, and now the word on the street is he's not going back to Singapore. He went there to pull off a rug pull scam, made about $30,000 US, and has used that to fund his trip across America, and he's planning planning on settling in Mexico. I mean, the one thing I will say is that I'm certainly not going to travel over to America or Mexico to sue him over there, but the fact that he's not ever going to be able to come back to Thailand. And he made a video about this earlier saying, oh, well, there's a statute of limitations on these things for 10 years. Well, no, this is complete ignorance. I know he thinks he's some sort of law student, but if you run away and flee the case, which is what he's done, and we've got proof of that, the statute of limitations is actually paused until they're back in Thailand. So this 10-year doesn't actually start until he's back in Thailand. I mean, it's a very basic understanding of Thai law. He's talking absolute bollocks. So he will never be able to come back to Thailand ever again unless he's prepared to go to jail. And it's as simple as that. I also next week have my second court appearance over Zoom with the Singapore judge, which is going to be interesting there. So I don't think he's going to go back to Singapore either. But if I can get the same result there, then that means he's basically banned from Asia. Unless, of course, as I said, he's prepared to go to jail. So one of the interesting comments that I've had from people before is people saying, oh, well, you know, only a guilty person would go to all these sorts of lengths to go to court and all these things. Well, I'm putting myself on the line because I know everything that he said is a complete lie. If, for example, I'm telling a lie and he can prove that I'm telling a lie, then I'm going to get done for perjury in the court and I can actually be jailed myself. So I'm putting everything on the line because I'm that confident that I know the truth. He knows the truth. The fact that people still believe a single word that comes out of his mouth really astonishes me. But again, it just really shows the level of intelligence of the people that follow him. I mean, my work is pretty much done, and if people really think that I give a massive fuck about my TikTok account being banned, then yeah, I think you're sort of barking up the wrong tree. You should be hanging out with the squirrels on that tree over there, because at the end of the day, I don't get paid for it. I've never had a single penny from TikTok. I put in a lot of work into the channel, and I will be honest, it is slightly frustrating, purely for the reasons that I got my TikTok account taken away. Do I care that I'm not on a platform that has basically now treated me like complete shit when I've given them so much? Not really. That's why I feel like this is going to be a whole new challenge for me on YouTube. I'm starting from the bottom. I know it's only been a week. I've got 1,000 followers or whatever almost, and actually there might be some benefit for this at the end of it. I might actually be able to start making some money from it, and I'm going to be totally honest with you, any money that I make from YouTube, some of it will go to charity, but the vast majority of it is going to go to myself. You know, for too long I've been too charitable as far as I'm concerned. I've given everything away, and I'm the person who's putting in all the effort and all the work into it. You know, TikTok is easy. I don't really care about that. Yeah, the money's peanuts over there anyway, but when you move to YouTube, you actually spend hours editing, going out there filming, and I should be rewarded for that. I'm not Captain Tom, I'm not Lenny Henry, I'm none of those people. I'm here now, effectively, it feels like doing a job for producing content for people to watch. But I am so confident that in a year's time, this channel is going to explode if I carry on at the rate that I'm currently posting videos here. So yeah, for the people that say he's won, firstly, give your head a wobble, and second of all, views on TikTok compared to views on YouTube are a completely different world. Anyway, we're going to carry on. I'm going to work as hard as possible to really build this channel up, and this is going to be the future of Mr. Velvet. I think it's more entertaining, I think it's more exciting, and most of all, I think it's a new, fresh challenge, which I like. I've completed TikTok, mate, and now we are on to bigger and better things. And as I've said many times, what is the point in me going to all the effort to build up an account, build up a following, build up a nice little community of people that enjoy watching my videos, only for it to be taken down for me saying that someone's head looks like a spoon, which it literally did. Anyway, all of the gloating from the potion drinkers, as I've said many times, is going to come to an end very, very soon when that account gets back up. But my plan for that is really to use my TikTok to divert traffic to this channel over here, which is where I think it's going to be a lot more exciting.